I must say, the way in which we've seen some politicians pile in to support this agreement between Rishi Sunak's government and the EU without even really having gone through the detail has been quite ridiculous. Of course, you had the Labour Party, before we even really knew the detail at all, already saying pretty much that they'd back whatever he agreed. Since then, since we've seen the detail come out, you've seen the likes of Lord Frost saying that the new arrangements are oversold, that they do not change the fundamental protocol framework. Stephen Barrett saying as law it empowers the EU to control a UK government of any kind and traps Northern Ireland outside the Union. You've then had the Centre for the Union publish independent legal advice on the Windsor framework from the former Northern Ireland Attorney General John Larkin KC. That summary concluding that without any hesitation the Windsor framework is incompatible with the Acts of Union. And then in that Centre for the Union report, they make it very clear that they cannot recommend, in the absence of additional components being added to the framework, alongside some present elements being amended, unionist support for the Windsor framework. And interestingly, we've seen DUP MP Ian Paisley very outspoken on this already, reiterating on the BBC this fails to meet the DUP's tests. Watch this and let me know if you agree with his assessment.
Windsor does it answer and satisfy all of our 7 tests? It's very clear it doesn't. And the legal opinion which John has provided on 2 of those points is very clear on that.
So the DUP cannot support the Prime Minister's proposal?
Ultimately for our party officers will meet and they'll go through that and they'll take and there is, as you know, other legal advice on its way and is coming. This is legal advice that has been separately proposed, in which my group at Westminster, which I chair, we've decided...
But you're saying, as one of the most senior people in the DUP, this does not meet our tests?
Certainly, absolutely. I don't believe it meets our tests, and there's probably 6 or 7 reasons why. For example, EU law will continue to apply in Northern Ireland. The break only applies to future law, not to existing EU law. This is not, of course, a legal agreement. This is a political statement. Physical checks will continue, even in the Green Channel, as it's called. The European Court of Justice will remain, in the words of von der Leyen, the final arbiter.